Satu, dua, tiga.
This House believes that highly automated companies should be taxed more. It is very important to everybody to understand that the meaning of automation is that every single aspect of the production is done by machines, soulless beings that only exist to serve their purpose. And it is a wide-known fact that the point of companies automating their entire production system is to cut the cost of production itself. Think of it. With non-automated production, there are errors that comes with it. Therefore, these companies have to lend out more money to fix this error, to fix this batch that didn't pass the test, for example. And also wages that they have to pay, considering every single factor possible. How much do you think this amount of money is able to support families, is able to support people to have their basic necessities? Each and every one of those needs to be taken into accountability. Therefore, to companies, this highly automated wonderland is like a jackpot for maximum profit, where all of the external causes are exterminated. Now everything is highly automated. They have control over everything that they do, eliminating the pays that they have to give to people, which is incredibly unfair considering the effect that they will have on people. And this is why we need to tax them more. The overall existence of taxes is for the government or the country that this company stands on to be able to afford the majority's needs for security, education, and law enforcement, for example, for the better and the greater good. And that is only fair that these companies give back, considering they have taken countless jobs and main source of incomes for whole families. What would they do if they can't even afford basic necessities just because these people chose profit over the entire economy itself? While these people thrive, the people who have lost their jobs suffer. And not to mention the fact that there is an entire system for taxes for every different income bracket, ensuring that everybody has a fair share of their money, for the economy, for society, for everything. It is also important to know as well that the taxes are the government's main source of income. If these people with insane profits do not give a fair share of their money to contribute to society, that's unfair. I mean, think of it. The people or the companies that are able to afford highly automated industries are large-scale industries, industries that have had the money beforehand to afford everything, because it is not cheap. But they chose that because they want more profit. By investing in this short-term solution, they will have long-term results, which is unfair. Imagine what they can do with the large amount of tax money that they can give, not just for the people, but for the economy too. The countries being able to invest in global markets, gaining control, gaining alliance, for that is only for the government. Imagine what it can do for the people. With the profit that they have from the government, from global markets, they can invest towards internally, every internal factor that needs to be fixed. Now, let's paint a picture on the facts that I have previously stated. First one is taxes is the government's main source of income. With the large tax money that they can give to the country, imagine what they can do about it. The economy, to everything. Again, as I mentioned before, global coverage and economy, being able to have profit, not just internally from the taxpayers of their own country, but also externally, from profits, from investing, everything. That much external money can be invested back to the country, internally, bettering everybody's living circumstances, education, transportation, everything, law enforcement, security, everything can be contributed with that large amount of money. The next one is about fairness. The tax system exists and everyone has to contribute. It is not fair for the people at the end of the income bracket contribute and have high hopes that they will have a better community, society to live in, while the wealthy stay above everyone, laugh, enjoy their lives while the others cry. Both of these scenarios prove that taxes are for the greater good of everything in every aspect: economy, humanities, law, security, everything. And what this house will do about it is that there will be a specific system of how we determine how much tax each person needs to pay based on the necessity. How much do they need for companies to keep running, while also considering external factors. For automated companies, just for the fact that some machines need to be recalibrated or fixed, that is also taken into accountabilities. For non-automated manufacturing companies, then of course we would take accountability the wages of people and they're ensuring that they have a good living environment. For salaries, we will also determine them in a very similar way, where we would determine how much would they need to pay for basic necessities, while also keeping in mind the person itself, their mental well-being, their families. So we will give an extra part of money to ensure that they can have a vacation, or perhaps they can pay for unexpected reasons like health. Everything needs to be taken into accountability. And therefore, everything at the end of the day is about fairness, so that everybody has a fair share of everything. Everybody deserves to live a good life, supported by the government, to live in a habitable environment and community where everybody is happy and thriving, not just certain groups of people. And taxing is the easiest and most objectified way that we can do this, by taking money and assessing them by data so that everybody can live a good life. The government can contribute to everything and everybody in it. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my speech today. Thank you so much.